Travis, will you snatch me on it?
Snatch you a calculator?
Yeah.
Okay, once you get these turned in, we're gonna get going. Calculators, make sure you have them out. I will walk around the room here in a minute just to check the calculators. Cell phones, make sure there's a caddy. I see one in the back. Make sure you get some caddy, please.
Yeah, no, I'm getting my calculator.
Perfect. Okay, thank you.
It's so science fun.
Thank you.
Whoa.
How about it?
No!
What's that?
Okay, I'm gonna hand out your test here in a second. So make sure you're taking a seat, make sure you have a calculator out, all good stuff. Nothing should be on your desk but a calculator and a pencil.
Out of
Okay, formulas will be on the board. As you can see, I will, once my PowerPoint is off the board here, I'll write the formulas for SOHCAHTOA and the Pythagorean theorem. The reason why I like to have them on both sides of the board, in case you're in the front, you can't see the back row, you don't have to turn all the way around. So I'll write it up there once the PowerPoint is gone. The PowerPoint is just go over the questions here. When I hand out your test here, make sure you put your name on it first. That should be the thing you're doing here.
Wait, I asked you DEG or DRG?
DEG, I'll make sure it's in the right mode. I'll walk around the room. Especially if you're starting on the first page, you won't have to worry about,
Dang it.
the calculator for right
You
now.
said they clicked this DRG button.
I'll make sure it's in the right mode.
I'm sorry to see that.
Okay, alright. Let's go through the PowerPoint real quick. It's just all your questions. I just want to make sure we go through the instructions. First one, vocab. Make sure you're writing the words in the blanks. I give you enough space there you can write the word. Don't draw arrows. This is your word bank. Make sure that you're always picking the word that best fits. The best chosen word. It's not just the first word that you find that kind of resembles, but the word that best fits. So go through those, okay? On the next picture, remember the pictures are congruent to each other. What you're trying to do is answer the parts where, the parts that correspond, from one picture to the other. The big thing is using the correct number of letters. Are they in the right order? Because if their letters out of order, I count it wrong. And are you using the same symbols that they are? Okay, so make sure of that. The third question here, remember you're comparing the triangles, so there's 3 individual pictures here. You're trying to figure out, are the triangles equal? If it's yes, you have to tell me the reason. So these are your 4 reasons, SSS, SAS, ASA, and AAS. Those are your 4 reasons you can pick from. Remember, you can fill in markers by yourself, okay? Certain markers. The proof, you can do it in any form you want. So I left it open for interpretation. So if you're a statement of reason person, or if you like flow charts, if you like a paragraph, but whatever form you do, it has to, without a doubt, prove what you're trying to get to. Okay, so don't leave anything off. Okay, and make sure you're making the markings on the picture. Next one, you have to find X. Pretty straightforward. You have to find X on that picture. Do the work. You should be able to figure it out pretty quick. The next one, this one says simplify the radical. Make sure that you are simplifying and you're kicking things out of the house. You're not just typing it in calculator and give me the decimal. I do not want the decimal. If you just type the decimal for that one, I count it all the way around. You don't even get any points for it. Okay, I want its simplest form, not a decimal. Okay. Next one, you find X, Y, and Z. Make sure you're using the formulas. The formulas are on the board. They're in both spots on the board here. Make sure you're doing everything possible to find those numbers and show all the work. You should be showing the work on any problem that you're worried you have to find X or anything like that. Okay. Next one, you have to find X by using the Pythagorean theorem. Make sure if this turns out to be a weird square root, same with the last problem, just leave them radicals. You don't need to give me the decimals for them. Just leave them a radical if it turns out that way. The Pythagorean theorems will be on the board. It's over there, but it will also be on the board right here in the middle. This one, you have to state whether the following problem is a triangle given the lengths. So you have to say it's a yes, no, is it a triangle or not? If it's a yes, you have to state the classification, acute, right, or obtuse. So be careful of that one.
Jade Prignitz, please come to the office. Jade Prignitz.
Okay, next one. These 4, you have to use the trig functions. You're just finding X, but you have to show the work. So if you pick a certain trig function, you should be having the picture labeled. It states what problem you're using, what function you're using, and then you're showing the work and what you're typing in your calculator and what your answer is. Those answers could be decimals. So that's the ones you can use decimals on, okay? And the next one, this story problem here. My hint for you for the story problem. You were standing a certain distance from the launch pad, the launch site. It's the pad that the rocket was launched off of. Okay, that's the distance you're standing from. You were trying to figure out how high the rocket's in the air already. Does that make sense? That's what you're trying to find, the altitude of the rocket. Okay, so keep that in mind. that should hopefully be enough clues what you're trying to find. You can draw a picture, okay? All right, if you have any other questions, don't be afraid to ask. Remember, I can't answer too much. I will not tell you how to take things in your calculators, or if you're setting up the formula right, I don't tell you that stuff. That's an inappropriate question for a test. Make sure you're taking the time. I'll warn you the last 10 minutes, the last 5 minutes of class, and then I'll collect them like last minute or two. If you don't get it done today or finished, we'll complete it tomorrow, so no worries. Got it? Okay, take your time. I'm gonna walk around the room, don't be thrown off by it. I'm gonna check your calculator and make sure it's in the right mode, okay? So I'm gonna personally collect it, check it, give it back to you. That way, there's no doubts that your calculator's in the right mode, it's not giving you the wrong answers. Because I know that's something that people do
Before
worry
Freddie
about.
knows it's the right one.
I'm just gonna check anyways to make sure. I'm gonna solar power that, so it shouldn't die.
This is enough.
That second one doesn't show.
I think I'm gonna go outside.
No.
Dang.